Good morning, everyone. Well, it may not be morning when you read this, but it's morning as I'm filming it. Today, we're talking about another one of the lies that we believe, and I've been writing these blog posts out so that you could read them, but the Lord really prompted me to do a video post today because I want you to understand that I am a fellow journeyer with you on the current lie that we're talking about that we believe. And so let's jump right in. I will post the links to the other posts in this series, Lies We Believe, in the blog post where this video is, so you can catch those others. Today, the lie that we believe is one that honestly I'm a poster child for it. I know I have a lot of kindred spirits out there because in my brief coaching career, as you know, I have trained to be a certified biblical life coach and I've launched my practice. And so I've had maybe 6 or 8 clients thus far, and I'm working with some now. But a huge majority of those clients say the same thing that we're going to be talking about today. They come to me wanting to know how to have a more intimate relationship with Jesus. And what they say is, I really want to have a closer relationship with God, but I am so busy and there is no time. So the lie that we're talking about today is, I am too busy to have a quiet time with God. Now, this is my story. I am a type A. I'm a 1 on the Enneagram scale. I have most of my life felt that my value was determined by my productivity. Anybody out there? And so it has taken, well, I'm getting ready to be 55, so I'm going to say it took 52 years for me to learn that my value is not indicated by how productive I am. So let's jump right into this. There's a lot to do to run a household, to be a mom, to be a wife, to work a job. There is a lot to do. And so I understand the fact that everyone is busy and trying to fit yet another 15 minutes or 30 minutes or however many minutes of a quiet time into your day feels impossible. But what if you and I could be a better version of ourselves if we took some time for ourselves? So many women say, I feel guilty taking time for myself. You know, I get it, but that's a lie from Satan. So there is a model for us, someone that we can look to with regard to this busyness and taking time to spend time with the Lord. And that model is Jesus. He came to this earth with one mission. One mission. He came to die. He was born to die for my sin and your sin. And so he had a mission of living a perfect life, telling people about how to meet God, and then dying on the cross to make it possible. So along the way to the cross, Jesus was super busy. If you have read the Gospels at all, you'll know that he traveled all in the Galilee and down to Jerusalem, traveled a lot. He healed people. He cast out demons. He did all sorts of things. But, do you think Jesus healed every single person that came in front of him? Probably not. Do you think he cast out demons from every demon-possessed person that stood in front of him or that he knew about? Probably not. Jesus knew something that you and I need to learn. He knew that spending time one-on-one with the Father in a quiet place, talking to the Lord, hearing from him, was the key to his ministry. And so in Luke 5:15 and 16, we're told what Jesus did. it says, but the news about him spread even more. So he's serving, he's ministering, he's healing. The news about him spread even more, and large crowds would come together to hear him and to be healed of their sicknesses. Yet, he often withdrew to deserted places and prayed. Jesus often withdrew to deserted places and prayed. Now, you know that Jesus could have healed and cast out demons 24 hours a day. Yet, he knew that that would not be his best self. There was a constant pull on him, and he could have worked 24/7, yet he didn't. He took time to get alone with the Father. And that time gave him strength, it gave him wisdom, and really it gave him the mojo to finish well and go to the cross and die for you and me. So how prideful is it of me to think that I don't have time to take time to be with Jesus, to take time for prayer, to take time to dig into the scriptures and let them speak to me. How prideful is it of me? Let me tell you my story. As I said, I'm a type 1. I'm a 1 on the Enneagram scale. And so I have always measured my worth by my productivity. And so I would work 24/7. I was always being productive. I had a checklist, and if I didn't get everything checked off that list, then that impacted how I felt about myself, how I saw my worth. Until one day God got a hold of me, and it was through a couple of different things. It was through a back injury, and then it was through reading Shelley Miller's book, Rhythms of Rest, which impacted me hugely with regard to finding Sabbath time once a week. But I always thought I have to do things 7 days a week or they'll never get done. I'll never get caught up. But when I became convicted about observing Sabbath once a week and not doing the things that made me feel productive, I decided, okay, Lord, I'm going to do it. And so the things that make me feel productive, and it's probably different for you, but the things that make me feel productive are paying bills and doing laundry. Okay, I know I'm weird, but that's just it. And so I decided that on the Sabbath, which you can Sabbath any day, honestly, I just happened to choose 6 p.m. Saturday to 6 p.m. Sunday. And I decided that I would not pay bills and I would not do laundry. And I would only do things that drew me closer to the heart of the Father. And so I began that. And here's the mystery of the Sabbath. If we give God 6 days of work and then give him us on that 7th day and do things that draw us closer to him, he's going to bless us. And what I found out was that I got more done in 6 days than I had done in 7. The laundry didn't pile up. I actually got it done in a more timely fashion. The bills didn't pile up. I got them paid. And I rested. I read books. I took naps. I visit with family. On the Sabbath, I go to church. I do things that draw me closer to the heart of the Father. And so I do that not only on the Sabbath, but every morning, first thing in the morning, I get my cup of coffee and I spend 15 to 30 minutes with Jesus, talking to him, reading the scriptures, listening for his voice. And my day, my week goes so much smoother. So the mystery of the Sabbath is that God is going to bless those 6 days if we give him that seventh. God is going to bless our day if we give him that time where we sit with him and listen to him. And so don't believe the lie that you don't have time to spend time with God. I've got lots of ideas for how you can do that every day. It doesn't mean that you have to sit down and spend 30 minutes or an hour. Moms who have little ones often don't have that time. So I've got ideas I can share with you about how you spend time with Jesus. Set aside, carve out time with Jesus, even if it is just 10 minutes. So I hope that this has been helpful to you. I hope that you take some time to examine your heart and see if you're believing this lie. And then I hope you take some time to sit with Jesus and say, I've believed the lie. Forgive me, Lord. Help me to trust you and spend time with you. Have a great week, y'all. I'm praying for you. Bye-bye.